Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make s'mores brownies. If you haven't had it before, or you haven't had s'mores before, I don't know why. For those days that you just want to treat yourself, make yourself feel better, and you're just craving for something really indulgent, this is the recipe for you. It's not for someone who's trying to be on diet, it's really rich. It's someone from like me who just wants to eat something like that. Anyway, this is actually simple to make. We're going to start with the biscuit base and then put on our brownie, and then lastly we'll just top it with our marshmallow fluff. So, shall we start? So we're going to start by making our graham cracker crust. If you don't have graham crackers where you are, you can use any type of biscuit. In the UK, I think we use Digestive biscuits for this part. We're going to put that all in a Ziploc bag, and then with the help of a rolling pin or something very sturdy, we're going to crush it until it becomes fine. We're then going to put this in the bowl, to which we're going to add 150 grams of melted butter, and I'm also going to add 80 grams of Demarera sugar. I'm just going to mix that all until it becomes like wet sand. I like putting Demarera sugar because it gives it some sweetness, and then it also has that texture that's crunchy that I really like on my crust. We're then going to get our 9x13 baking pan that I lined with parchment paper at the bottom and on one side. Once we have that going, we're then going to add our mixture, spread it all towards the side. Just make sure that everything has the same kind of thickness. Then once we're happy with how it's spread, we're just going to use a spatula to just press it down. So I'm going to bake this for about 10 minutes at 175°C in the oven, and while that's baking, we're going to work on our brownie batter. So to begin with, I'm going to put my dark brown sugar and my caster sugar all in one bowl, and then I'm going to add my melted butter to that, and also my vegetable oil. If you don't have vegetable oil, you can also use any tasteless oil like sunflower oil. We're just going to whisk this until everything's combined and you don't have any lumps in the mixture. For this step, you can either use a hand whisk or you can use an electric mixer. I used actually both just because my arms were sore, but in most occasions I actually just use a hand whisk for this. You just want to make sure at this point that everything is all taken in and there's no lumps in the mixture. After that, I'm going to add my eggs, 2 at a time. I'm going to whisk it until the 2 eggs are taken in, and at this point you'd want to make sure that all the eggs are incorporated. Midway, I'm going to scrape the bowl just to make sure nothing's left at the bottom. Then I'm gonna add all the rest of my eggs. I'll also take this opportunity to add a tablespoon of vanilla and my salt. And in the same manner, I'm going to whisk this until everything is incorporated. At this point, the mixture will be lighter than how it started. And then we're going to give the bowl a final scrape. And then we're going to sieve our flour and our cocoa in. Once that's done, I'm gonna get the spatula just to get it going to begin with. And then I'm going to whisk it until everything's mixed well together. This will be a very thick batter, but that's how you get fudgy brownies. Last but not the least, I have all my chocolate chips that I will fold in the mixture. This just gives us like nice chocolate bits, very melted, especially when you heat your brownies later on. It just adds that texture and the chocolatey goodness of the brownies. Next, I'm going to take the biscuit base that we baked, and then I'm going to pour the brownie batter on top. And with the help of a spatula, we're just going to even it out just to make sure that we have roughly the same thickness everywhere. I'm going to bake this for about 25 to 30 minutes in the oven at 175°C. So to make our marshmallows, the first thing we have to do is bloom the gelatin. So I have all my gelatin leaves in one bowl. We're going to add water on it, let it set, and let it bloom on the side. Next, I'm going to get 2 large egg whites and put this in my mixing bowl where I will use the whisk attachment. I just like preparing this at the start because I want to be able to focus on my sugar later on because it can be dangerous. Heating sugar up to high temperatures is always dangerous, so please make sure that you are covered, first of all, and at the same time that you can be focused 100%. I suggest preparing everything and having everything in front of you so that you won't get distracted later on. So I'm just going to pour 2 large egg whites on my mixing bowl. Now it's time to heat the sugar. In a pan, I have 430 grams of caster sugar, to which I will add 30 ml of glucose. I'm also going to soak both with 200 milliliters of water. We're going to heat this up on medium up until it reaches 125 to 130°C. When it's nearing that temperature, I would start whisking my 2 large egg whites until it becomes thick and frothy. Once the sugar reaches 125°C, I'm going to pour very carefully the gelatin and the water where it's soaked into the mixture. We want to give it a quick mix before we slowly add it to the side of the bowl while the egg mixture is continuing to whisk. We're then going to whisk this for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's very thick and it's holding its shape, and it's also close to room temperature. Our brownie has cooled down, so I'm just using a spatula here to release it from the side, and I'm going to put it out so that we can pour in our marshmallow on top. If you have more time, you can even let this set in the fridge for a couple of hours before doing the step. For this step, it's really up to you how much marshmallow you want. You can add half of the recipe or you can go full blown everything on. We're just going to use a metal spoon to spread the marshmallow on top and make sure that we're spreading it everywhere evenly. Again, if you want to buy marshmallow from the store, you can also do that. I just really like using this marshmallow fluff because it's homemade and I just find it's better. I'm just using a spoon here to just give the marshmallow some texture. I'm then going to use a blowtorch to just caramelize the marshmallow. This step is really to give that classic s'mores look, but if you don't have a blowtorch at home, you can also put this back in the oven using the grill setting. And there we go, it's ready to eat. I suggest putting this in the microwave for about 15 to 20 seconds if you want to have the marshmallow expand, be melty and gooey, and so will the brownie. Do let me know if you tried this recipe at home, tag me on Instagram, or let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!